Hello everyone, welcome to session 6 of Python, which is related to looping statement in Python. So in this session you will be learning about loops. So as you all know, there are two type of loops in Python, for loop and while loop. For loop, it is represent the counting loop, and while loop it is for conditional loop. Okay, so in this session basically we will discuss the for loop. Why we need to use loop. Okay, loop means, as the name indicates, when we want a set of statement or a particular step want to repeat again and again until the required condition is met, or we reach to the required result. So in that case we want to use loop. Okay, for example, if someone give us a task that to print the even numbers between 1 to 10. Okay, so here uh, printing of the even number is a repetitive task. Okay, so for that we can use for loop. Okay, and it is basically a good example of counting loop. Okay, and for example, suppose someone told you that add 1 to each alternative number between 1 to 10. So in this case also we need to count, first of all count the number between 1 to 10, then after that we need to add uh, 1 to each number. So in both the example which I illustrated right now, we can use for loop. Okay, so this is the definition of for loop. It is used to process the item of any sequence such as list, tuple, string, etc. In data type session, which is a second session of the Python, I have explained you various data types. So in that I have discussed list, tuple, and string. So those who are not aware of these data types can go through the Python session 2 on my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is the syntax of the for loop. For, here you will give control variable name, in, and sequence. So whatever I have given in the angular bracket, that can be anything. Okay, so sequence can be either list or string or tuple, so that depend upon our requirement. Okay, so and after that, in the body part which comes after the colon, you can give statement which we want to perform for each iteration of the loop. Okay, so in loop also, like if statement, in loop also we give the body part after indentation. So with indentation only Python interpreter came to know that this is a body of the loop. From here the body part of the loop is start. Okay, so let's discuss this example for loops. For example, we want to add 1 to each even number between 0 to 10. So what I did here, for item in, this is our sequence which in which I have list down the even number between 0 to 10. Then what I want to do, I want to add 1, item equal to item plus 1, then we want to print item. Okay, so this is one example of the for loop. Here in this example, what is item? Item is the control variable, and whatever I have specified in the square bracket is a sequence, it is a list. Then here I should give colon, after colon the body part of the loop starts, here I should give tab. Okay, so this two statement, item equal to item plus 1 and print item, is the body part statement or contain statement of the for loop, right? So let's execute this program in the Python, and I will explain you more there. Okay, so I have written demo program for you. Let me open that. Okay, so you can see here I have specified the for loop for item in this. Here I have changed the number. You can take different number. Then colon, right? This is item is the control variable. Then print item, item plus 1. I have combined those two statements into one statement. Okay. So this is the for loop example. Let's run this. We either we can press F5 or run module. See, it's adding 1 to each number. Okay, first value of item is 1, it pick 1, then add 1 and print the number. Then it pick the second number from the list, then add 1 and print 3. Pick third number and add 1, print 4. And 4 number, pick fourth item, add 1 to it and then print 5. So this is how for loop works. Okay, so it is basically using counting type things. Okay, let me show you another example of the for loop. Okay, file. uh, I have created another program for you. Let me open that. Open, sorry, file, recent file, for loop demo 2. So in for loop you can take list of any type, either number type or string type. Okay, so in this example I have created a student list where I have stored string type items. So here for student, in student is here is the control variable. Then here I have stored 4 student names in the list, and now my requirement is to print each name from the list. Okay, so let's run this. See, it's picking one by one, it's picking all the item and printing here. So as you can see in one first example I have taken integer type sequence, and in the second type example I have taken string list. Okay, so in both cases I can use for loop. Right, now I want to show you another thing. So when you confirm that you have number type list and it is in sequence, then we can use range function as well. So another type of for loop is range based for loop. So for the number based list we can use range function to represent the list. So let's have look in this example. In this example, for item in range 1 to 5, add 1 to each item. The similar example which I have shown you above, that I am doing with the help of range function. Okay, and adding 1 to it, then after that print item. Okay, so range, in range function, first of all I am giving start value, and after that I am giving stop value. Means it start the list with 1, and after that by default the increment value is 1, so second item will be 2. So list will be like this: 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Right, okay, it won't include 5. Right, it doesn't include stop value in the list created by the range function. So our list will be like this. Right, so let's do this in the Python. Let's run this program in the Python. After that I will explain you further. Let's come to the IDLE. Let me open another program for you. This is demo 3, this demo 3, which I have created for using the range function. Okay, so as you can see in this function, for item is here control variable. In instead of giving the sequence, I am using range function to create a sequence. Range 1 comma 5, print item, and to each item I am adding 2 over here. Okay, item plus 2. Right, so for, first of all the range function will create a list of item between 1 to 5, on which for loop will process. Okay, so first it will take one value, then add 2 to it and print it, then it will take second value, add 2 to it, print it. Like this for loop will be executed. So let's run this program. See, first it took one, list creative 1, add 2 3, then second item is 2, adding 4, then 3, after adding 2 it print 5 in the output, then 4, after adding 2 it print 6 in the output. So it start the list from 1 and end the list from to 4. It doesn't pick 5, which is the stop value. Okay, this I want to show how the list is created using range function. Okay, now let's come back to our document sheet again. So in this the three things you need to remember while using range function. So while using range function, it is not necessary that you give start value. You can omit start value and simply give stop value. But when you omit start value, so by default the start value is 0, and the and value is stop minus 1, whatever you give stop minus 1, that we have seen in the last example. And increment value is by default is 1, so we need not to give step value. Okay, and another way of giving range function is you can simply give start and stop like we used in this function. And another way is you can give start, stop and step. So you can here you can customize your list fully. You can give start value, stop value and step means increment value. Instead of 1 you want to give increment of 2, so you need to specify the step value as well. So let's do one example related to it. Okay, so uh, let's do in the same example. Okay, 4 item in range. Okay, let's do it without start value. So here I am giving, see, let's suppose I am giving stop value to 10. Okay, so and I am printing the item, column, print item. Okay, let's do run this, save, run. See, so first start value by default it's taking 0. Since I didn't specify start value over here, so it's taking the start value as 0. Okay, and it's not including the stop value, so it generates the number from 0 to 9. Right, now suppose in this third loop I am giving 4 item in range. Here I will give all the three values. Suppose start value is 2 and stop value is 10 and increment value is 2. Okay, then colon, print item, so it will generate even numbers up to 10. Let's run this, print third list, third list. Okay, let me give here also print first list. Okay, okay. So since this second print statement I want to give outside the loop, so I have entered it without indentation. Okay, so that means this print statement is not the part of for loop. Okay, this is not part of for loop body. Okay, so if you want to make any statement as the part of for loop body, then you need to give indentation, otherwise you keep without indentation. Okay, okay, let's run this, save and run. See, in first list is without start value, in third list we have given start, stop and step all the three values. So it start the list from 2 and print the list till 8, and it's not including the 10. Okay, so that's what I want to explain you related to range. Okay, so here I am completing this session related to for loop. So let's summarize this. So in this session we have learned the for loop with sequence, and another type of for loop in which we have used range function. And range function can only be used for integer type sequence. If we have string type sequence, then we can't use range function. We should go for this type of for loop. Okay, and after that I told you various ways of range, like range with stop value, range with start and stop, range with start, stop, and step. So you practice this, and in the next session we will learn for while loop. And before that, coming to the next session, you can practice these programs, and I will provide the solution of these program in the next session. The first exercises that I will provide you in the description of the video which I upload in the YouTube channel. So first exercise is write a program to print the cube of the number between 15 and 30. And second program you need to practice is program to print the root of every alternate number between range 1 to 10. So solution of this program I will provide in the next session in my GitHub link. Okay. So till then, thank you. Bye bye. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will be coming with many more interesting videos. Thank you.